Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxings. So in today's video, I actually got a figure that came in pretty early. It's a part of my June Ami pre-orders, and surprisingly enough, it was in stock at the beginning of the month, and I got the invoice, and now I have the figure. And it kind of goes with a specific series, so today I thought I'd show off pretty much my very small collection of items from the series that I'll be talking about, and it is of course Fire Emblem. Now, I'm mostly a pretty casual Fire Emblem fan. Right now the only game I guess I've been playing is Heroes mobile game, and yeah, but I do still quite enjoy the series. I would like to get back into the more main games, but of course it's very hard to get some like physical copies of some of the games, or obviously I can do it like on an emulator, but right now I just feel like I don't have the time. But via Heroes I can get a sense of pretty much like most of the characters in the games, and hopefully when some remakes of particular games come out, I would definitely like to play those. But yeah, so I'm gonna be starting off with some like merch, mostly books that I've collected, and I'll pretty much start from the oldest to the newest books that I've gotten. So yes, without further ado, let us get started. So the first art book that I have gotten, that I got like very long time ago, so it is of course, there we go, The Art of Fire Emblem Awakening. Awakening was my first Fire Emblem game just because, yeah, obviously a very easy copy of a game to get. And yeah, I overall enjoyed the experience, and yes, of course I want to pick up the art book for the series. And it just has like a whole bunch of concepts of the characters and just like the official art. What else? They also have the proposals, I guess, at the end, the S supports as the cutscenes, like stills of the cutscenes. And yeah, I don't know, just overall a very nice hardcover art book to have. I am very tempted to also get the Fire Emblem Fates art book, or Fire Emblem If in Japan. They haven't released that in English, and I don't know if they ever will, but I'm considering picking that up, just to have them both. And yes, obviously very beautiful cover. Really like this art book overall. I really should skim through it more, just because I haven't in a very long time. But yeah, overall, if you love Awakening, definitely recommend picking up this art book. So the next piece of merch I have is actually a Zine, whatever you want to call it, and it's a very short one, and it is I mix it up every time. The Heartstrings Fire Emblem Zine. So this is basically a Fire Emblem Awakening and Fates Zine, and essentially what's in here is basically a bunch of artists draw, the avatar, whether it be male or female Robin or male or female Corrin, with the characters that they ship them with in the games. So yeah, obviously there's a whole bunch of different art, a variety of art styles. And I don't know, just a very nice, like, small art book overall. There wasn't any, like, bundles, I think, with this. So yeah, obviously, very inexpensive overall just because it's just the book. But yeah, definitely really love the art styles, and obviously it's nice to see, I guess, what characters that the artists kind of, like, ship, like, Robin or Corrin with. So yeah, overall, very nice art book with a variety of different art styles. Now, the next two art books are pretty massive, and I'm kind of holding them on my leg. And yeah, so these are the most recent art books that I have gotten, so I think I'll try and lift them one at a time because they are pretty big. And the ones that I'm talking about is the Fire Emblem Heroes character illustration books. So basically, these books right here are a compilation of the artwork from Fire Emblem Heroes, the different artists who draw the characters, and yeah, it's just a very, look at this thick boy right here. That's a thick art book. So it says it's 4,800 yen. I got this off of AmiAmi for 5,000. It was 5,280 yen. Like I cannot hold this right. Yeah, 5,280 yen off of AmiAmi, and DHL shipping was around 3,079 yen. So my total was 8,359, which, yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I didn't think it was that bad, considering how massive this art book is, but yeah. It's just, I don't know, I really love these, because you get all of the character art, the different people who illustrated the characters, and you get to see, like, basically their default pose, their attack pose, their special pose, and their damaged art. This also has the cutscenes, well, not really cutscenes, like the backgrounds that are used in the game. I don't even know if there are any cutscenes. They also have like concepts for some of these special alts for some of the heroes, and yeah, these are just obviously very, very amazing art books. So this is volume 1 that covers books 1 through 3, and now, if I could put that down. Recently, they came out with Volume 2, which is still chonky, but a little less chonky. Yeah, which I didn't expect this to come out as soon as it did, because I expected them to do it in books of like 3. So this only covers books 4 and 5. Now, if I can obviously look at the book 2, this one cost 4,950 yen off of AmiAmi, and I used DHL shipping, which was 2,787 yen, and it came out to 7,737 yen. It's a little bit less expensive, obviously, because it's not as thick. So yeah, obviously, it is basically going through volumes. Oops. Yeah, so, okay, anyway. It covers volumes, or books 4 through 5. Again, pretty much the same principle, has like all the artworks, and it's just nice to see like the artworks like kind of in person. Some of the artworks are a little bit small, and I'm mostly talking about the default. I'm fine with the special like poses kind of being like small, but like some of them are just like a little bit too small, which kind of sucks, because some of them are like some of my favorites, but they're just a little bit too small. If I can find an example. One of them I have to say I wish was a little bit bigger is Fallen Edelgard. Like, you can tell what's going on, it just still feels like I wish it was a little bit bigger. And obviously the problem with like some of these is that obviously depending on how like wide the character is, or just like how much like the original art takes up, they're going to be a bit smaller, and Fallen Edelgard is definitely the case, which kind of sucks because I love that artwork. But yeah, obviously overall just a very beautiful art book. I recommend obviously picking this up. Yeah, so 2, and if I can grab 1. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to move like this. But yeah, I definitely recommend picking these up if you are, if you really like Fire Emblem Heroes, and if you just like the art in general. Definitely recommend picking these up. Pretty, I expected these to be worse of a price, but, surprisingly, I think they're not that badly priced. So yeah, if you can get a hold of these, I definitely recommend it overall. Now let me put these down before my wrist breaks, because these are too heavy. So now we are moving on to the figures from Fire Emblem that I've gotten. For starters, I don't have the very older ones, so basically Tharja, Cordelia, Camilla, those scale ones I don't have, and probably will not get because they're so expensive on the aftermarket, like it's crazy. Still very beautiful figures overall, but I don't know. I shouldn't say I don't like the characters, but I don't feel a need to get them. And I also don't really have any of the Nendoroids, as cute as they are. Again, some of them can also get pretty expensive on the aftermarket. And I don't have any of the Figmas, so I think Lucina, Edelgard, Female Corin. I think those are the Figmas from Fire Emblem that have been released. I could be wrong. But yeah, I decided to mostly pick up the new Intelligent System scale figures, and so I got, of course, the very first one that was announced, and it is the Lyn 1/7 scale, of course, by Intelligent Systems. So originally, she came out in November of 2021, and she was 17,400 yen. I shipped her via DHL, which surprisingly wasn't too expensive, at 4,249. Too bad, I'm not too sure what EMS was. It probably was a lot cheaper. I don't know why I picked DHL. Yeah, and she came around to roughly 21,649 Japanese yen. And currently she's actually still up on AmiAmi. She is at, yes, the 17,400 yen, and that's roughly $129.84 USD, which I think is a steal for what it is. So, you know, right now I could say pick her up, because that's, in my opinion, a steal for this type of figure. And what's nice is it comes with, of course, the original, okay, you'll probably have to forgive me for the glare. Of course, the original artwork on the side, which I love that they do that. I always love figures that show off the original art. There's some on the back, on the side, and the front. So yeah, obviously, and it's obviously a Nintendo licensed product on there. And yeah, just overall a very nice and slim and small box. And yeah, so I'm going to pick up the figure right now. So here is the lovely Lindis right here. Oh, I love just the overall pose that they picked for her, and just the way her hair flows. And, you know, the base is kind of a simple, kind of light plastic-y base, but I'm glad that they kind of went with, like, this sort of plains, because she is from Sachet, however you want to pronounce it. Yeah, and obviously it's the plains that represents where she's originally from. And yeah, I just love the shading, I love the flow of everything. And her outfit, and even like the gold details on her. What I've noticed some people say, or at least I remember seeing someone say, is that the colors on the prototype or the original picture, they're a lot lighter than what we got. I can definitely tell by looking at these pictures and looking at her that her hair is definitely a bit darker, which I personally, I don't know, I don't mind the darker sort of ish color scheme than the original picture. But yeah, I don't know, the shading is very nice. You know, just her outfit. She does have a few points that are a bit like dangly, so that's obviously something to watch out for if they break. Like, they're made of like a sort of flexible like a little bit of a flexible plastic. So like on her belt, the little green strings that come out, and on her scabbard, the little stuff that's hanging is flexible. So the only main points of assembly for her is her sword and the scabbard that just clips onto the side of her side, I guess. And weirdly enough, she has like her left hand can actually move a little bit. I don't know the purpose of it. I guess if you just want to move it away from the sword, so that's fine. But yeah, I don't know if the sword is specifically the Manikati, which is Lyn's sort of like signature weapon, or the Soul Kati, like any of the Katis. I don't know if it is or not, but I think if this is not, I think it would have been cool if they had her with the Manikati or Soul Kati, just because that's kind of like one of her like signature weapons. But, you know, that's just a very tiny like detail nitpick, especially if you are, you know, aware of this character. And yeah, but overall, for like right now $130, I think this is a great pickup overall. I think back then when I first got her, I of course paid a little bit more because I think the yen was doing a little bit better. But yeah, overall, if you are a Fire Emblem fan and you love Lyn, definitely worth picking up. And I believe also she was one of my first scales, so obviously a very good first scale to pick up overall. And now we are moving on to the last figure that I'm very excited to open. And yeah, obviously this is the second in the new Fire Emblem series line of scale figures, and the figure I am talking about, of course, is this big boy right here. Oh my god, definitely bigger than the Lin. This is, of course, the Ike 1/7 figure, again by Intelligent Systems. Look at, oh my god. This box is a lot sturdier. It's like made of a thicker cardboard than the Lin, but if I can show some of them off. It is kind of weird though, because this is the only point where you can see him in the box. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. Kind of cool at the same time. And, oh my god. He is an absolute unit. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god, the ring lights don't help, so I apologize. Oh, wrong way. And of course, the original art, which again, I appreciate Intelligent Systems for doing. Oh my god. Look how good he looks! Oh my god. So, it's gonna be hard for me to, you know, hold it, because it is a massive box. So, Ike was 18,200 yen, which is roughly $135.81 USD, so already that's like a massive, you know, a very great, I feel like a great sort of price for like this right now. Who knows? Because again, I have them in the box, so we'll have to see. And okay, but shipping though was, I paid EMS, so this was 6,940 Japanese yen, which came out to a total of 25,140 yen. A lot. It was a lot to ship him. Yeah. Considering how big this box is, but I'm just overall excited because, like, I think of the ones that I really like so far. I love the Lin, and I have to say I'm torn between and then I almost said Link. Lin and Ike being probably my favorite of the ones that have been announced. I'm sorry to any Marth fans out there, but when I get them, I'll have to see. And yeah, and obviously there's Byleth. Byleth also looks very good, but yeah, so obviously I'm very excited to open up Ike, and yeah, so I'll get started with opening up now. So I'm gonna be attempting to unbox it, like, physically for everyone, and I hope it turns out alright. If not, then you guys can laugh if you want. But yeah, obviously some of the parts will be sped up, but yeah, so I'm gonna get started right now with unboxing him. Okay, part one is done, out of the box, and now we have, I think, 3 different layers to this, so I'm gonna start with the back. No, I'll start with the front, okay. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, okay. He looks, wow. Absolutely, oh my god. I wonder if he can, I'm gonna see if he can stand on his own. Oh, no, that's a big nope. So, he's out of the box right now, and he basically already comes with, his sword, the hilt of his sword in his hands, which is good. I was worried I'd have to put that in, but that's not the case. I'm just gonna put the plastic on the side. And now, I think, okay, we'll start with the base, so he can at least stand on something. Probably also should have left that plastic. So the base is, holy, okay, it's very, very wide. It's like the Lin base where it's like kind of this sort of cheapish plastic, but yeah, very wide overall. So he also has like metal pegs on there, which is good, so I'm gonna put him on. Let's see if Okay, I'm just making sure there's no scuffs or anything. Okay. On the base, which is nice. Okay. Also. Okay, so the next step is to put on his massive cape. Oh my god. I already love the folding in it, the dry brushing with some blacks in it. It just looks so good. And it even has this like little shoulder piece right here. Oh, I love the way that looks overall. And I do like how it's like kind of like scratched, like they made like purposely like some indents in it to show the wear and tear of it, and I'm very much in love. Okay, I also have to read the instructions so I know. His head actually comes off. If I'm not mistaken, let me just do this. It comes off. I'm just gonna color it that way. God. Okay, so the head came off. You have to kind of grab it by the collar and then pull up. I wouldn't recommend grabbing him by his head. God, I'm just looking at his head sculpt. It looks absolutely wonderful and clean, and I'm already in love. Okay. So cape should just go to that. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. So the cape has like a peg, a very like long peg in the back that you used to stick onto the back of his, you know, outfit. Oh my god. Look how wide that cape is. Oh my, I'm shocked. I'm shook. Shocked and I'm shook. After that it says to put his sword in it, so we have Ragnell right here. So yeah, now we have, of course, Ragnell, his sword. Oh, love the gold on this, and love the purposely made scratches. Amazing. So that should just... Okay, there's obviously a way you have to put this in. Like, it has a specific thing to it. Okay, it's this way. Very simple. Okay, good. Easy step. Next, we have, of course, his bandana that comes separately. Oh, okay. Look how... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I have to say, I'm impressed. I'm so impressed with this. Holy moly, he's massive. And, okay, where's the last piece? The last piece is pretty much like a support peg. So it's like this clear, plasticky thing in this bag. And an extra rock. That's just gonna be for the base, for the peg. So it goes on the back. And yeah, so yeah, a little dust. I'm gonna take the thing out for a minute, but yeah, essentially this is what it's supposed to be. An extra thing on a rock to hold up the cape, because I think over time this thing will kind of sag. But yeah, here he is. Oh my god. This is definitely one of, like, I feel like one of the biggest, like, 1/7 I have in my collection. Wow. Wow. I have, like, no words. I'm just so impressed with the... Okay, let me hold him, like a little bit, like with two hands, because I think it would have walled off. Wow. Oh, he's got a little dusty. I'm just so impressed. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut right here and sit down and just give my thoughts of this, but right now, as you guys can probably tell, I'm absolutely enamored with this figure, so give me a minute. So, yeah, you can kind of see him poking out here, but let me hold him also at a, fairly decent spot. Here he is, and I have to say I'm just blown away by the way he came out. It looks so good. Yeah, he just looks amazing. Like, I don't see a single flaw on this guy. He just looks absolutely amazing. I love the cape, the wrinkles and the folds on everything. There's a lot of shading everywhere. Like, they paid no expense to this figure. Like, I think that's the saying. But yeah, there's a lot of dry brushing and like weathering on his armor, which looks amazing. On the hilt of Ragnell. And his hair looks great overall. He's like, any printed details, like his face look clean, and even on his bandana actually has like some design on it. That's also clean. Oh my god. And yeah, I don't know, I think he's overthrown Lyn as probably my new favorite of the Fire Emblem Intelligent Systems figures out so far. Cause wow, like, also like his muscles, this man is swole, like an absolute unit of a man. And there's also like a lot of nice shading on there. Wow. Like, he looks so good. Like, this is a very impressive 1/7, I have to say. I feel like they really, really did Ike justice. Yeah, also, if anyone's wondering, I forgot to mention, this is this is how Ike appears in Radiant Dawn, by the way. That's why he's so swole and muscular, but yeah. Wow. I guess, I don't know, like, one thing I kind of noticed, like, on, like, his mouth sculpt, like, don't look at it from, like, underneath, because it looks a little bit, like, weird. I don't know why. It looks a little goofy, but other than that, like, I feel like that just can't take away from how impressive he looks overall. Wow. So, yeah, 135 USD, roughly, for him. Granted, you will have to ship him for that crazy, how much was it again? I already forgot, like, that's 6,940 yen to be shipped. And I roughly calculated it because, PayPal, they say the conversion rate is like around like 128, I don't know, Japanese yen? I don't know how that works, but I basically divided my total with like 128, and he's roughly, to get him also like shipped, him with shipping is $196.41. That could obviously make and break people's opinions, but I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, he was worth it. I feel like he was very worth me personally picking him up. But yeah, that's just obviously a rough estimate if anyone's interested in picking him up, specifically in the US. Not sure how it is in other places, but yeah, overall, he's just absolutely stunning. I love him so much. And yeah, so, oh god. Even this little plasticky base thing is like, it's not that bad. I don't mind it too much, and you do have to make sure it is a certain direction, because I had it the wrong way, and I'm like, it should kind of like adhere to the shape of the cape a little bit. But yeah, this is, I'm so glad I kind of waited to open him up in front of you guys, because like my reaction just says a lot, like just how impressive he is in person. But yeah, so very great overall. If you love Ike, if you love Fire Emblem, I highly recommend picking him up. He's like that good. He's kind of gonna sit like there, I guess. Sorry if he's in the camera. So right now this audio is after I've pretty much, you know, gushed about this Ike figure, and I've just, in terms of like shelving wise, there are like a bit of issues, and mostly it's because he's a very horizontal and even a bit vertical figure because of Ragnell, how high up he lifts him. And essentially Ike is pretty much, I feel like, a very standalone-ish figure. You really can't have any figure behind him without getting blocked by that massive cape, which sucks. That means like he pretty much takes up a bunch of space on the shelf. So if you have a Detolf, it's probably a very standalone figure unless you get like a riser, like a clear riser to kind of prop up one of your figures, that they're kind of a little bit above. And yeah, so there's just that. Like, I guess that's like the main thing when displaying him. It's kind of hard to display him with like other characters, especially if you put them behind him, because he will definitely block them. And that'll be shown a little bit later when I show off my sort of idea for my Fire Emblem figures that is now kind of messed up because of Ike's giant ass cape. So yeah, that's just an extra little thing. If you get this figure, he's very standalone-ish. Like you can have figures like to his right and his left, but you can't really have them behind him. So yeah, that's just an extra little tidbit observation that I have. So yeah, just a little bit a heads up if you're deciding to pick up this figure. So right here I have this actually an empty box, and I kind of want to put my Fire Emblem figures in there, have like a small-ish Fire Emblem shrine. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the the Fire Emblem Awakening art book in here because it doesn't quite fit on my bookshelf, so that's just gonna kind of like lie in the back, kind of straight up-ish, hopefully. Now, and the next thing I'm gonna do, if I can, okay. The next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm sorry if also my hair is like totally in the way when I put that in, is Lynn. I had her in here before, but I just want to show you my idea is to kind of put her right, kind of close-ish to the thing. Obviously not all the way because her hair is gonna bump right into there. Maybe right there. Who knows? I might move this over actually a little bit more. Okay, that's good. So there we go. We have the art book. We have Lynn. Now we have the main event. We have Ike, who thankfully fits, because I heard people saying he's like 16 inches tall. I don't know how tall he is right now, but and I think I measured these to be like 14. I think he's like a bit smaller. So yeah, he thankfully fits in. Oh my god, I don't know if he's gonna fit in. He's gonna have to kind of go like that. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna kind of have to like sit right there, and I have to also figure out how to put this thing in the bag. Okay. So, okay, that was kind of my idea. Wow, I didn't expect it to be like this though. Whew. Might have to be... It might have to be changed around, because poor Lynn is getting blocked by this massive cape. Oh my god, and I originally also was gonna have Marth in here as well, and now I don't think he can fit in here at all. So Ike might need to actually have his own space just because of how massive he is, and this is just probably gonna have to go to Lynn, Marth, and then eventually Byleth when I get her. So Ike is probably not he's probably gonna temporarily stay here for now, but we'll see. But yeah, that was just kind of my idea, and he also blocks the art book, which doesn't help. So yeah, gonna have to figure something else out. But yeah, hopefully I do have a nicer Fire Emblem shrine in the future. So that overall concludes today's video on my pretty small Fire Emblem collection. And of course, I really do love the Ike skill overall. Definitely, again, one of my favorites from Intelligent System so far. And yeah, so obviously, very looking forward to the future Intelligent Systems Fire Emblem characters series, I guess. And yeah, so let me know about like the format of the unboxing I did of Ike, and if you guys like that sort of thing where I kind of try and fumble through unboxing him and assembling him. And yeah, also let me know, do you have the Ike figure and how much you guys love him, and what Fire Emblem lord or character would you like to see in figure form? And yeah, if you also would like to see sort of like a tiny little collection video like this, I do have an idea for 2 more series of like anime or manga that of course I'd like to do sort of short like collection videos for, but yeah, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye!